I think it's just so much, right? There's just so much going on and it's so complex. And like you mentioned, that there are vested interests within this country and abroad. But what do you think is their ultimate goal? Why go through such extensive planning to cause disruption and chaos? What is it that they want at the end of the day?
See, I'll tell you, different people have different motives, and one would depend on the other to achieve his or her motive. See, for Pakistani ISI or the Pakistani establishment or the deep state, they wish to see India divided. See, they have not been able to avenge Bangladesh. We've been to Moon and back, we've been to Mars, they still trying to get into Kashmir. But after 370 and 35A gone, they only see hope in Punjab disturbing India. And for somebody like China, India is a major global challenge economically now. We're growing, and our force is to reckon with globally. So they're not happy to see us grow. So they want disturbance inside this country, and they have all sorts of pressure groups in India, be it communists, be it media lobbies, be it journalists, be it anybody. For somebody in Canada, per se, if I may refer to the Prime Minister of Canada, I mean, he's opposed the the support that the government of India gives to the farmers. The MSP, I mean, Canada has been a vociferous opponent of India's arrangements for its farmers in the WTO. I mean, different people have different reasons, but for Khalistanis, they want to create disturbance. They get their money from their political masters. They want India to be disturbed. They want border region to be disturbed. They want the fighting force, the crown jewel of this country, to be blamed, to be discredited. After 26th January, 12 noon, whatever images we've seen on the television and how people have been reacting on the social media is enough to give you an idea that their motive is to disconnect Sikhs from Hindus, disconnect us from the mainstream, try and isolate us and box us within India so that they can use us as cannon fodder. They can use us Sikhs as a tool of their political motives. But I can assure you that's not going to happen. What you see at the border is not the majority of Sikhs. Because also at the same time, Mojshi, you need to realize that every Sikh is a farmer and not every farmer is a Sikh. And this has never been an issue of Sikh versus the center, or Sikh versus the Union of India, or Sikh versus the government of India. It has never been even an issue of farmers versus the center. They have manufactured it just like they manufactured in CAA. I mean, the narrative being set was that your citizenship will be snatched away. You will be brought down to a second-grade citizen. They will put a D before your name. It was Kapil Sibal in Parliament. Doubtful. They will put you in concentration camps. But these jokers have never spoken about the actual concentration camps in Xinjiang, where Uyghur Muslims are being held in millions. They won't do that because they cannot be a political tool for them. Rihanna would never ask for, rights of Tibetans, or Hong Kongers, Uyghurs, Balochs. She wouldn't. She's not going to get paid for it. So my point is that every person, every Indian, and every Sikh living in India or abroad, you need to understand two things very clearly. That this is a political movement. This has got nothing to do with logic or the laws. Because when government holds talks with you 11 times and nothing comes out of it, that means that you don't want to discuss. And I can assure you, Jasvi, even if the government, I'm sure they're not going to, I hope they don't. If these laws are taken back, they'll have something new. They need to manufacture a protest. They need to create a protest. And all that they want is bloodshed on the borders of Delhi so that they can project India as a fascist state. They can project India as a state which is deliberately crushing the rights of its citizens and farmers in particular. This is their motive. They draw their inspiration from money. They draw their inspiration from their personal reasons, from their own motives and their agendas. Like I said, different people have different reasons. Chinese have their own reasons. Canadians have their own reasons. Khalistanis have their own reasons. And the people leading these farmers, they have their own reasons. But none of it, let me assure you, is about this law per se. Because I've read it 10 times over. There is nothing, as a farmer, there's nothing that I find wrong in it. Nothing. It gives us more freedom. End of the story.
Namaste. We hope you enjoyed this Chitti Media content. Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.